Okay, she did not cancel the date because of a joke. She cancelled the date because of what the joke revealed, mate. Oh, let's get into it.
I just canceled a date with a man like 15 minutes before I was supposed to be on the date. And you can tell me if you think I was wrong for this. So, some context. I live on the beach, and by my house there's like a boardwalk type of situation. I was walking my dog on the boardwalk. This other guy walking his dog. Our dogs say hi to each other. My dog is being a menace, as he does. He's jumping all over this guy's dog, but this guy's dog is huge, so it's kind of funny. We end up talking for like, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes. He's like a very good looking guy, very funny, very charismatic. End of this conversation, he asked for my number. I give him my number. That was like 2 days ago. And then yesterday he texted me, asked if I wanted to get a drink tonight. I said, sure. He was like, can you do 5? I'm like, no, I have plans with my friend, but I could do like 6:30. He sent me 2 places. Like, we were like chatting a little bit, planning this thing. So in the course of planning this date, which is we're going to drinks, I mentioned to him, I'm like, also FYI, like, I don't really drink, but like, I'm down to get a mocktail or like a little appetizer. And like, not that I think you're obligated to say anything if you don't drink, but I've had guys be so weird if they ask me on a drinks date and then I get a mocktail, that it's just like almost not worth it to me to not say anything and have a guy be insane. So
I can get behind this entirely. I have done some dates myself where I didn't drink, and the amount of issues it caused was fucking unfathomable. It was like I was reaching right into their fucking chest and their heart and tearing it out and stealing something from them. And I get it. Probably with men and women, man not drinking, the woman drinking, it's a little bit different of a dynamic. It's a power dynamic imbalance, right? And women can feel uncomfortable by that, and I get that. I'm not throwing any shade there. Couldn't give 2 shits. But the lack of openness or disempowerment they felt was just another level. But we'll get into that in a bit.
I say that, he's like, yeah, no problem, it'll be fun. He texted me like a half hour before a date, and he's like, hey, just FYI, I'm running like 10 minutes late. I was walking the dog. The dog got like fixated on something and delayed me. Literally no problem. I text him back. I'm like, oh my gosh, been there, all good. See you soon. He responds, see you soon, excited to get you drunk on a school night. I reply, I'm like, haha, like I said, I don't drink. He says, we'll see about that, with a winky face.
Yeah, that is bad. That is bad. Look, I'm all about banter and I'm all about jokes and flirting. And you know what? I love breaking a rule. I love breaking a rule. If there's a rule there, I get a little bit of tingle. Can I break it? Should I break it? Give myself racking my head with questions. Yeah, I'll break it if the consequences fall on fucking my shoulders. Right? I'm not breaking rules, which means, i.e., pushing you to break your own fucking rules. No, that's not the game. That's not fucking okay. All he's doing, it sounds like he's marching in right now, presenting his biggest character trait, his probably self-declared charm, and really, what is it? It's just being perceived as a fucking massive red flag.
Already annoying, but I'm like, let me not jump to conclusions. He's probably just trying to be funny. And I said, I'm sure you're just joking, but really, I'm not going to drink. And he says, like I said, I'll change your mind. To which I responded, I just want to make sure that this is a joke and we're doing a bit. And he said, I'm very convincing. Trust me, you'll have more fun if you have a drink. Immediately no. I said, if you're serious, I don't think we should go out anymore. Have a good night. And he said, okay, bet.
Okay, bet. He knew what he was about. He knew it. He was saying it from the off, I guess. Okay, some people might be debating whether this was an overreaction by her or that he crossed the boundary. I'll say it flat. He 100% crossed the boundary. He 100% deserved to be fucking dumped on 15 minutes before. He's basically said, your boundary is a negotiation. Whatever you want is something that I can twist to leverage what I want. In other words, he's a sleazy car salesman that is saying my persistence will override your resistance. And that's fucking, you know what I mean? That's not good. That's not good behavior when you've just started to meet someone. And also, let's be honest, my guy, come here, my guy, why are you doing this? Huh? I know why you're doing this. She knows why you're doing this. I think we all know why you're fucking doing this, right? Do you want to get it in this way? You know, doesn't seem the best way. And what I really think this is the breakdown of communication. The wider actual problem here isn't necessarily that he said you should drink and she says you don't drink, or I can convince you. Oh yeah, I can convince you, love. It's that The two people have come together and had a complete miscommunication of what they want. She's been very clear. She's done a great job. No fucking digs at her. He's misleading her, whilst misleading her, attempting to change her mind as well. He's trying to persuade her to fall away and lose her own boundaries and, I don't know, moral standards, right? And yeah, maybe this tactic for a girl who's a little bit more unstable in herself and maybe a bit more insecure or seeks affection from others would fall for this, because they may see, oh, he really wants to have that special moment with me. He really wants to reveal myself in front of him, and he can reveal himself to me, and we can have a lot of fun. And would see that as someone trying to pierce under the skin, right? Which we all know he is, right? But in the wrong fucking way, right? And the thing is, I think this happens everywhere in dating right now, even with the fucking big old trend about women saying you need to earn like fucking 200 grand and have 10 sports cars. Otherwise, you're not good enough for me.
Like, if you're a broke boy, just say so.
All of this bullshit. It's the same thing. What are those women who stay, you must wine and dine me, seeking in those moments? They're claiming they want date. They're communicating, attempting, or really posturing the moment as a moment to connect. Oh, I want to meet someone to connect. But no, what it is I want to see and facilitate a moment for you to impress me and tell me whether you can basically provide a standard of living I want, right? They're looking for the status and the material aspects, and he's looking for, how easy can I manipulate you or sway you to give you what I want? And it's both the same thing. They're both missing the mark and telling you that they want a connection, they want relationships, but really, I don't think they know how to build a connection. And because they're not aligned with what they're saying, then no trust can be built. Every time you kind of like, oh, great, I want to connect with you, I want to get to know you. Yeah, you can get to know me with all of these criterias. Or, oh, I want to get to know you. Yeah, you can get to know me, but you got to be sourced up, love. Oh, it'll be so much more fun if you're looser, hey? Knock down those boundaries. You're just not being able to build the one thing you need to build connections, which is trust. I think this is such an infectious thing with dating right now. No one knows how to connect. No one knows or has the social skills to build the fundamental core of what you need to have a relationship, which is trust, is the ability to get to reveal yourself and feel comfortable and then reveal yourself to you, right? And if I go back to what I said at the beginning, I had a big issue with this when I said to people, hang on, I'm not dating anymore. Because I didn't want to take the risk and come to the date and reveal it, because as I said, it creates that empowerment balance and arguably, and very, very strong argument, that it'll make them uncomfortable, which is why I didn't do it, right? But more so than that, they couldn't fucking handle it. They couldn't fucking handle it. So many people are associating drinking and dating as the same thing, that they need this lubrication of courage to be able to reveal themselves, to have fun. But most of the time when they do that, they're not actually even trying to connect with you. They're trying to feel open enough so then that maybe they can lower their inhibitions, get what they want, whether that's for a man where he's leveraging trying to get sex, whether there's a woman where she just wants attention, or she just wants to feel admiration, feel sexy, just feel like someone likes her, right? The same with a man, still the same there. And as soon as I would mention it, but I'm not drinking, block me, cancel dates, wouldn't get back, all because they leaned on something which was maybe a pillar. And that's the reason why I stopped doing it, because I knew when I was going on these dates, it was just the same repeated pattern. I knew I could say this and they'll like that, and then if I said this, they'll find this funny. But I was never really connecting. It was like a fucking dress rehearsal for a play that was never coming, because I was never going to date them long term, because it was never really a connection. So I just found myself on this fucking Ferris wheel of just the same trivial bullshit. And at the end of the day, I woke up with a fucking hangover, which I didn't want anyway. The point I'm saying all of this for is simply, I was have to lower myself to a place I didn't want to be around people who didn't want to give me what I wanted, and I couldn't give them what I wanted because they weren't willing to receive it. I stripped away the alcohol because then I could actually get to talk to someone. I could actually get to connect with them, because I knew if I was going to spend time with them long term, well, I didn't have the fucking source to help make that possible, did I? And it's the same fucking thing here. I set a boundary for myself, and if people weren't interested, which they made bloody clear they weren't, then cool, that's fine. They walked away. And if people can't handle your small boundaries, then I don't think they can actually build boundaries with you. So yeah, good on her. He can spend a night with his big old dog. And If you like getting a better understanding for the world and understanding the assumptions that build the stories around us, then subscribe and like to Bad Cash, where there'll be plenty more content like this, because it wasn't bad luck. It was a bad choice. Clear the cache, do better. I'll see you in the next one, glitches. Bye-bye.